In today's video, you're going to be learning how to make cotton candy that looks like this. It's a big thick ball, the perfect golden tan color, out of pure cane sugar, granulated too. So the first step is to have your supplies ready. You're going to need a metal bowl, a big one, and you're going to need a spatula, sugar, and a frying pan. You're going to dump the sugar into the pan. Remember, the more sugar you dump, the more cotton candy you'll have. It doesn't matter how much sugar you dump. And then you're going to start melting your cotton candy. And while I'm melting this cotton candy, one of the things you need to know when you're making cotton candy is that you want to have your space, like a space that you don't mind getting dirty in your kitchen, because they're going to have these sugar droplets everywhere in your kitchen, like stuck on the walls, the refrigerator, and it's going to become very dirty and sticky to clean up afterward. So, or you could just put like stuff that sugar can't stick onto. And then you're going to want to stir the sugar around it until it becomes a good solid tannish color. I might have like overdid this one a little. And then you're going to turn the fire down. And if it looks kind of burnt to you, you can add a little more sugar and it'll make it like more yellowish and more tastier. And then when it becomes a liquid, you're going to want to turn the fire lower so it won't burn this, because this is a long process, but it also won't make it harden into one glob. The first thing you're going to want to do is to melt the sugar into a nice color that isn't black or white or unmelted sugar. The next step is to take your spatula. You want to grip it firmly, and then you're going to dip it into like not too watery of melted sugar, but not too hardened melted sugar. And you're going to slowly swing it across the two sides of your pan. So the more you swing it, if it dries in midair, it becomes these strands of your sugared cotton candy. But you don't want to just do it back and forth the whole time. It's going to become one line of noodles and it won't make the shape of cotton candy you want. You don't only want to do it back and forth, but you also want to do it forward and backwards, up and down, left and right. But the way that these strands freeze in midair is by sticking onto two sides of your pot. So you can't have like a flat pan like I do here. That won't work because it needs to stick to two sides of one pot. And just be careful because the sugar is really hot, so don't get it into anybody else's eyes or on their body. It's going to burn. So you're going to want to use all of the sugar that you got, unless you want to make like two separate pieces of cotton candy. You're going to keep throwing it across the two sides of the bowl so that when you throw it, like the faster you throw it, the more cotton candy strands that will dry in midair, like you can see here. But there will also be lots of leftover sugar droplets if you're swinging just like water like this. But you don't want thick strands, but you don't want too thin strands. You want to get it perfect. And if you get lots of sugar in your spatula, you just want to melt it back. It will make more cotton candy. And you see now it's hardening onto my pan. I don't want that to happen, so I'm going to turn the heat up a little. And just let it melt a little more, but I don't want the sugar in the pan to be completely black either. That's not good. I'm just going to repeat the steps over and over again until you're satisfied with the amount of cotton candy that you have in your big bowl. This might take a long time because it takes a long time to have all of the sugar in your pan melted, even though you already have a lot of cotton candy. And that's how you're going to make something that looks like this. Real legit cotton candy. if you guys don't want to wait and watch me do all of the boring throwing around the spatula making cotton candy, skip to the end of the video where you'll see me show you how to get the cotton candy onto a stick if you wanted to, and how to handle the cotton candy so you don't burn yourself. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. That would mean a lot to me. Trying to get to 500 subscribers this year. Now that we have pretty much all of our cotton candy and like our melted sugar into this pan, we can like turn the fire off and then focus on cleaning the pan up, and then let the candy cool for a while so it doesn't become too soft and right when you touch it, it melts in your hands. But you don't want it like too hard that right when you touch it, it breaks into 2 million pieces. I'm going to put this pan away for now. Now, see, this is the end results of your cotton candy strands that you've made. I don't know if you can see the strands, but because they're very thin, and that's how thin you want them to be. So you're going to start by taking the outsides of the cotton candy so that when you pull it, it doesn't all make one big mess. And then you're going to see all these little droplets that you made from swinging the spatula around. So be careful when you do that if you don't like your kitchen dirty. And then you're going to... So right now you can't see it, the strands that well because they're all too thin. So I'm going to swipe my bowl, and then I think you can see it now, right? A lot of cotton candy. And then you're going to want to get all the heavy droplets of the stuff that you don't want out, and then you can form it into a ball and everything, like however you want the shape of your cotton candy to be. And now it looks quite like the other ball, doesn't it? Your bowl is going to end up looking like this, and that's okay. If you wanted to make more cotton candy, you could like put this in the other pan. This will also melt and turn into more cotton candy if you don't want to waste any. Thanks for watching.